Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme, and today we're here with more Franchise Hockey Manager 6. We're heading to the draft and free agency in a little bit, but we've already done a couple of trades. So, if you look at the team now, you can see we're a little bit more stacked on that top line, the way we wanted to be. What I did was I went in early and I got Rasmus Dahlin's rights. Not too bad. A couple of prospects, a couple of third-round picks. That wasn't too bad if he turns out to be as good as the game thinks he will be. But really, for what he is right now, I think it was a high price. So that's definitely one where the future comes into play, basically. I think that's definitely the way we go. So, why not bring in more Swedes, was my thinking. We got Broberg we brought in last year. We got Lindholm we brought in last year. So then I went out and I got myself Hampus Lindholm. And again, the price there, I'm not exactly sure if that was good or not. We got a prospect and a second for Sparks, Gallagher, Drouin, and a couple of prospect defensemen. Now, we actually got the center Farrell from Anaheim and used him as one of the prospects to get Rasmus Dahlin. So in reality, it's Lindholm and Dahlin and a second is what we get. Lindholm, Dahlin, second. We give up 2/3, which is probably the second right there. So for the two players, Hampus Lindholm and Rasmus Dahlin, my number 2 and number 3 defensemen on this team, we gave up 2 defensive prospects, a wing prospect, all 3 to 3.5 stars. We give up Jonathan Drouin, Brendan Gallagher, and a backup goalie in Garrett Sparks. So you can decide if that's a good deal or a bad deal. For me, it gets me 2 good defensemen. It gets me one that's really good now and will stay on the top line, which is Hampus. I really like his defensive ratings. This is mainly what we went for. 19 read, 19 positioning, 18 checking. Stay at home, big dog, ultimate defensive defenseman on this team in terms of just those defensive plays. He's solid mentally, he's solid physically. There's a little bit of passing offensively that means he can get out of trouble. But he's not going to make too much going forward happen. But that's okay. Him and Dougie Hamilton, I think, is a good 1-2 pair. So I'm pretty happy now with our top defensive line. Way happier than I was last year. So we've got those 2 in place. And then Rasmus Dahlin, we've turned into a right defenseman to take up that second line time with, I don't know, either Victor or Jacob. One or the other, probably Jacob. And then Victor with Noah Dobson on the third line. That's kind of the plan. Broberg as backup. Really like that. Getting rid of Sparks means we called up Caleb Primo. Again, we're not against that. Primo is a really solid backup anyway with potential to grow. So it's worth developing him to the point where we trade him and bring up Askarov to replace him as backup, by which time Gibson is out of the team. He's too old. We trade him at the end of the 7 years. By that point, Askarov should be 26, 27, and definitely ready to start. So we've got our goalie succession all worked out. We've done well already, but that's going to be good for the future. And at the same time as we have Askarov in there, we got Bednar to be our backup. So goalie is completely sorted. Defense now, I think Lindholm and Hamilton carry this for another 3 to 5 years. Darlin's going to improve. Chicherin, Mitt is going to improve. Dobson's going to improve over that time. So when the top 2 go, our current bottom 4 become our top 4 defensemen. And again, we're just really solid. There's a succession plan in place for that. So those are kind of the big moves I did there. I then gave up the second round pick that I had, along with another wing prospect. Actually, 2 wing prospects, my final 2, which I liked. I liked a lot of these players, but I wanted to move to get other players. And I wanted to get, in particular, Tyler Clevin. So we went to the Devils, give up Wong, Reichel in a second for Okotiuk, Cleven, and Clark, who, again, I kind of like. So this looks a whole lot different. But I wanted Taylor Cleven in there to go with more, because I thought that was a better sort of pairing for the bottom six. Okotiuk can be the seventh defenseman long term if Tomisto doesn't make it. This is kind of my thinking. We got depth, we got options. It's all there. And we've given up the attacking prospects, which I didn't really like. And looking at the draft, I had a brief look at the draft. There are a ton of great left wingers in particular. There's good left defensemen. There's some great left wingers and attackers in general I think we can double down on. There's also a couple of goalies which we could take advantage of if we wanted to. Just make sure one or two of them make sure they make the team at some point. So I decided to go heavy on picks. But I give up a second to get 3 prospects back. Clark's a better right winger, I feel, than we had. Cleven's a better defenseman than any of the other options we had. Okotiuk isn't too bad. Okotiuk, I should say. So yeah, we did that. Then I gave up Rafkin and Romanov to get a second. Fairbrother to the Wild for a second. Johansson for a second. Because I felt we can get better prospects. We can actually get 3.5 to 4-star players for these 3-star youngsters. Get them younger. We don't need players right now. So it's kind of putting the prospects back a year. Because we don't need them. We're very young as it is. So getting younger as prospects really doesn't bother me. I think that's a really good thing. And we get better along the way. As long as we can draft well. But I think this is a very deep draft. If my scouts are right, and my scouts are very good, we've looked at our scouts, evaluate the potential, like, there's a big chance that they are right. And if they are, this is a very deep draft, and we'll get into that in a second. So we get a couple of seconds back that way. We give up Jacob Olofsson and Hirvonen. Now, Hirvonen hurt, but we got back a first from Columbus. So, I don't mind that. I think Columbus was picking at 12th overall. So, Hirvonen was a very decent center prospect. But I'm looking at my pool, and we've got 4 to 5 years of Lindholm. We've got 3 to 4 years of Hurtle, maybe. We've got Kotkaniemi coming through. Like, for the next 5 years, my first, second, and third line center depth is done. Hirvonen is not defensive enough. He will not be a fourth line player or a penalty kill player. Pono, maybe. Pono's got 13s across the board. So, he might fit a lot better in that regard. So, I'm not exactly sure where it fits to have someone like Hirvonen on, which I believe he wasn't that high a pick anyway. I think he might have been a second or a third round pick. So him and Olofsson, who we didn't like on the left wing, trade out, get a first. And then the other deal we put in place was to get Victor Olofsson, because why not get more Swedes? I love Swedes. I love the Swedes and the Finns in this game. And yeah, over the past 2 seasons, we brought in all our Swedes. It's fantastic. So, you know, we did that deal. I give up Lehkonen, I give up Smirnov, I give up Larson, Edmondson, and Bolduc. So, Bolduc was a decent defensive prospect. The other 4 I just didn't like and didn't think they would develop, didn't suit the team. But for the third line, to have Victor Olofsson on that line to really help out, I thought was absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. I really like that. So at the moment, if we go on to lines, we've set this up a little bit. Now, Cole Caulfield will not be on this line. My plan is for him to be a depth player. He's still not good enough yet, unfortunately. He's only 1.5 stars. He's a backup. He will turn out to be good, but I don't think he's anywhere near ready to play. He might go down into the AHL if we've got other players coming up. I'm not entirely sure. But top line, I did go in and edit some positions to try and sort of force the coach to play a certain way. Johnny Gaudreau on the left, Elias Lindholm on the center, Nick Suzuki now on the right. Second line, I signed him for the third, but he does fit really well. Olofsson on the second with Hurtle and Clayton Keller. Then the third line, a bit of a two-way player in Max Domi. We don't mind that at all. He's been playing quite well last season on the second. Let's see if he can do it on the third. So he goes in alongside Kotkaniemi. Caulfield will be replaced when it's time to sign them in a day or so with Jesse Puliavi. And then I sign a backup fourth line. And I've got 4 players I want to bring in from free agency that fit that fourth line. They're defensive, they're older, they're a bit more gritty, there's a bit more to them. I think that will work out. If I can get those 4, if I can re-sign Broberg, because we basically paid the price not to have to go to free agency. Not Broberg. Dahlin. Wrong Swedish defenseman. So we paid that price early to make sure that we got the rights. We've offered him a contract. We'll see how that goes. But if I can sign this fourth line and an extra depth guy, and then either put Caulfield down and bring up another depth guy, or let Caulfield sit again for another year. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I really like our lines. Lindholm and Hamilton, Victor Mete and Rasmus Dahlin. Then we've got Chychrun and Noah Dobson. I think that's a pretty good mix in there with Gibson and Primo. I think we're really good. Broberg is your depth guy. Caulfield and one of the old guys as backups, basically. And then a more defensive fourth line. So that was the plan. That's where we went. Other big notice is I went and signed a couple of more scouts and a couple more coaches, and we've also given a 1-year deal. We kicked out Gerard Gallant. We've gone with Darryl Suter because motivation and discipline are higher. So we do lose a little bit in the tactics. We do lose, I think, 2 points maybe in player management, but we gain a ton in motivation and discipline. Now, this is all balanced, and he's a defensive offense player, and he I don't know if his style suits us, but he's a very successful coach. He still likes physical. Everything else is balanced, which, again, I don't really mind. He likes the defensive forward core. Now, I don't mind that. I think with Olofsson and Domi, we're okay on the left. I think with Suzuki and Puliavi, we're kind of two-way players on the right. I think all our centers, Lindholm, Hurtle, Kotkaniemi, can play defensive. I think some of the youngsters are defensive. So I think that might work. It helps out the back end. We've got a great goalie. We've improved our defensive core dramatically with a new number 2 and 3. New defensive-minded coach. Maybe that all ties together. On offense as well, like Johnny Gaudreau, Victor Olofsson, Lindholm, I can't remember his first. I want to say Hampus, but it's not Hampus now, is it? Yeah, that'll come to me. Thomas Hurtle, Kotkaniemi, Suzuki, Keller, and Pulapati on the right wing. I think we're good. I think we'll have enough offense. So that's what we've done. That's how we've improved the team. We are still short those forward players because we've got to get to free agency to get them. At the moment, I believe, on the left wing, I went Lawton and Corrali. Through the center, I went Riley Nash to be on my fourth line center. And I think it's Nick Foligno on the right, currently with Colorado. So we'll see how that works out. It does mean we've got more draft picks. If I look at my little notes right now, I believe we got in the first round, in the first round, we got pick 12, pick 29. In the second, high seconds, we've got 35, 36, 38, and 40. I think most of those picks are very close together. So within 12, we got number 12, and then within 12, between 29th overall and the 40th overall is where we pick. And that's where I gave up all our prospects to get there. Because I thought, if I get 2 left wingers, a right winger and a center in free agency, we're pretty okay here right now. We're going to fill this out in the draft with about 4 of those picks. And then 2 more defensive picks and maybe a goalie pick in there somewhere. I think the depth is okay. Strubal's still down in the AHL. I might call him up at some point and move someone else on. I don't know. We might actually end up trading Strubel. I'm not sure how he's going to play in this team, but we got some good picks. I think that works. There's not really that many right-sided players I want in this draft. I will say that. I think it's much more of a left-hand-sided draft, by which I mean left defense, left wing. There's far more players. There are some 3-star players I kind of like at right defense. I spent hours scouting. I spent absolutely hours scouting. It was crazy. It was crazy. I went crazy. But yeah, the depth I think is good enough. So let me know what you think about that. We're going to head into the draft. So yeah, I kind of like the team. I just need Darlene to sign his deal. And we're also, I think Darlene's deal will put us at 57. So like 62, 63. I think 63. I think it's like 5.7 or something per year, which is quite hefty. But I think he's worth it. So I'll be 63. Then the backup guys come in. 4 of those at like 2 million each, maybe. That might put us up to about 70. So we still got about 20 million in cap room. Still enough to get 1 or 2 really big players if we wanted to make a splash and really improve the team. But I really don't think we need to. Into the draft. So you can see here, Devils 1, Wild 2, Ducks 3, Coyotes 4, Red Wings 5. We're just outside the top 10, let's say. Number 12. Let me come down to 29. And then we're 35, 36, 38, and 40. So that second round is quick and it's vicious. Who do I like? Everybody. Everybody here. Everybody here is good. Everybody here is good. I think there were only a couple of players, like these E players, that I wasn't sure on because they haven't been scouted. But everyone else, 3.5 stars. I'm pretty happy with some of their game and how they're made up. And look how many of them there are. Like, as long as we're in the top 40, we should be picking, at worst, 1 or 2 3-star players. And there's a lot of these guys I really like. Amquist, I think I really liked. Yeah, I think he's offensive, though. I think he's really offensive-minded. But goal scorer, leader, can play left, right wing. He's right-handed, so we may switch him over. Just solid everywhere. Not too bad defensively. Defensive positioning's okay. But he's a really good team player, bit of leadership at this young age. Looks to be a bit of a speedster. Already got a 14 offensive read. 17 years of age. Danish. We don't see that many Danes in the league. But like for a 3-star player, he's definitely one of them. Carlson, defensive defenseman. Liked him. Ben, I think's another one. Herring, I think, is another. I think they're all defensive defensemen, what I can remember. Lucius MacLeod. Have I got any notes on these two? Both offensive-minded centers. Probably sort of second-line or first-line players. Probably not going to draft them unless there's nobody else available because I don't think they play well on a second line. And MacLeod's not even fully drafted, so... But yeah, Koskinen, Horvath. There's some names here I remember that I really liked. Svozil, Malmstrom. I like those players as well. So, really, I think this is a draft where picks throughout the first 4 rounds, maybe, could still get you, like, second-line defensemen or forwards. That's what I think this draft is. It's so heavy. There's also, like, 5 or 4 goaltenders I like in various rounds. Probably in the first 2 to 3 rounds. So again, if you're going to get a goalie, you still got to go maybe second round, third round. Goodrow, I really, really like. He'd definitely be top goalie off the board in another draft. But Volstead is just amazing. I fully expect Volstead to go top 5. I think I had Volstead, Aturati, Ra, Gunther, and I don't think I've got Hughes going top. I think Vilma is another guy that could actually surprise and jump up. I think he could jump up. And then Hughes should be top 6 for certain. I don't know. But it would surprise me if Raw, I think Raw was not the first off the board. He's 17. He's really good now. He's really good in the future. So that would be my pick. Devils go a different way. They go Gunther. I think that's my number 2 player. Minnesota. Do you want a goalie? Do you want a defenseman? They want a defenseman. I knew it would be one of the two. I didn't know which way they'd go. So Luke Hughes, the best defenseman's off the board. Number 3, the Ducks will take Vilma. Oh my God, Roy is 4. I'm telling you, if he falls to 12, I'm going to be absolutely delighted. Are you kidding me? He is a beast. I like him more than all 3. I like him the best of everybody in the draft. Don't get my hopes up. He's going at 4, right? Coyotes? Yeah, he did. I thought so. And Volstead rounds out the top 5. So, Ratty falls a little bit out of the top 5. I thought he might go top 5. He should definitely go 6. Dallas get themselves a wonderful, phenomenal Finn on the left wing. After this, I don't know. I think it gets a little bit strange. I don't know where they go. Othman's a very decent left winger. That's my number 2 left winger. My number 2 goalie's off the board. Number 3 winners off. I love Krinkovic. Didn't see him in top 10. I thought he might be available. That was one of my picks. Linus Anderson is the second defenseman. Okay. I mean, I don't agree with that. I think he's one of the best defensive defensemen. I was looking offensive, so there may be that. Budiak this early. I was hoping that would be a second round pick for me. Okay. Okay, who have I got left? Sova. I didn't see anything amazing there. Another small defense. We've got quite a few of them. He's unscouted. I'm not willing to make that move. Okay, so on my board, let's see. What do we? I've built a mini board. Dak is available. It's not going to be ready for a while. Yeah, a long while. I don't really want to do that, because if I do that, I'm going to have him on the left and Caulfield on the right, and they're just going to take ages to develop. I don't think I want to do that. What else have I got, though? Like, seriously, what else have I got at this point? Benyas is probably the most ready player. Other than that, it's one of the few defensive players on the right-hand side. Brandt Clark. Now, they say he's a 4.5. I think he's a 3, or we think he's a 3.5. He's an offensive defenseman for sure. I like his game. I think he could be a very, very decent player. But I don't think I need a defenseman. Like, if he's there at the end of the first, I'm probably going to circle back to him. And I don't need another center. But I'm starting to wonder if we move Kotkaniemi out to the wing, would that work? Like, we gave up Hirvonen. I think Benyas is a much better player. Screening's high. I mean, he could be that nuisance forward. Already got good face-offs. Great screening. Great offensive read. He could just be that big guy, 6'1", 200 pounds, sitting in front of the net, being the agitator, getting those screens, getting those deflections. I know Colorado more than most of the team, so he'd be my Landeskog kind of player. The guy who does the dirty up there. We've already got players I think can fill the McKinnon roles. We've got offensive-minded defenders. We've got the defensive-minded defenders. And then we've got other players that can take up roles, such like Rantanen. Yeah. He would fit a lot of what I want to do. And I tried to stay away from Beniers because I know him, I like him, I've signed him in previous drafts. I know he's a good player. We could go out on the limb with somebody else. But honestly, I think unless it's Clark, nobody else at this spot makes sense. The two goalies have gone. If Gaudreau was here, I would take Gaudreau. If Budiak was there, if Krinkovic was there, I'm not sure about Andreessen. I'm not sure there. Maybe. But Clark definitely would be one. And I don't think there is anybody else. So for that reason, I think I gotta go Beniers. Matt Beniers, welcome to Le Canadien. Welcome to the Canadians. But yeah, I like him a lot. Two-way forward, leader, bit of an agitator, good face-off winners. I think he's a much better version of Hirvonen. So, yeah, we upgraded. We upgraded Hirvonen basically in this. And if Kotkaniemi can play out on the wing, if we do decide to move him out to the left, maybe if Max Domi doesn't work out on that third line, and I think he will, or if Olofsson doesn't work out in that second line, which I think he will, Kotkaniemi can easily slide into that third, and Domi either moves up or out of the team, depending on how Olofsson plays as well. But Kotkaniemi can go play on the left. Yeah, he's a solid. He'll be a good two-way winger, up and down winger. He's got pace. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. We'll have the Finn on the wing. And then Beniers can come in for our third-line centre. I kind of like that, actually. That's a nice plan. Okay, pick until human. Let me get depressed by seeing who's gone. Lucius, Strand. That's okay. I didn't want those. Brandt Clark, though, goes. Yeah, at 15. Yeah, who else went? I'm taking people off my board. Strand's a little lower. Lucius is way lower. Lucius is down in the 40s for me, so I don't care there. Why not? Isn't on my board. Not sure why not, but why not is not. Yumi, I didn't like. Didn't want him. He wasn't scouted. Vaj, he was number 3 on my right wing board. There's only 4 names on that board. Reynolds and Dean. Reynolds is pretty high up on my board, actually. Dean isn't. Dean's really low. I think that's a bad pick there. Colton Dack. He was way high on my board. And Lambos and Carlson. No, Carlson. Oh, I really wanted Carlson. Okay. Well, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Still some nice defensemen to pick up. Tristan Lennox goes. Wait, Lennox went before Carlson? Ooh, I think that's a mistake. I like Christian Carlson. Lennox is decent, but I like Christian Carlson. Wong, solid offensive player, but I didn't like him enough to draft him myself. Person, the same. Smegberg. Okay. Oh, now I'm in trouble. If I want a left winger. Now I'm in trouble because nearly everybody's gone. And Eriksson. I really liked Eriksson, but he's my number 2 right winger. Oh, and Beniers is off. We took Beniers, of course. We took Matt Beniers. Okay. Defenseman. There's a left-sided and a right-sided I really like. There's a left-sided and a right-sided. Who where are they, I should say? Okay, Henrik is right there. or Herrink, I should say. Herrink and Lishishnik. I like both of those. I think I can get them a little bit later. So those are my two. I've got one more goalie, but I'm not going to take him unless he's one of my last picks, 38 or 40. Maybe we'll look there. The left wingers I really like are kind of gone. There's nobody there that, apart from maybe Balent or Almqvist, but I'm not entirely convinced. And I can get those guys later. We've got our center. There's a couple of the decent centers. I think I need to go Ingvarsson here. I think I need to go Ingvarsson. I love players that don't get injured. But let's get another Swede on the team. I like Ingvarsson because, like, he's not going to give away penalties. He's professional, highly determined. It's going to take him a long time to get up. But I really like what he can be. And I like the fact he looks so bad right now and his ratings there. So when these improve, these roll ratings should go through the roof. But he'll never get injured. It'll take a few time. But he will be a good second-line player. So we'll see. And intangibles are high. So you're getting a thinker who's physically capable, who should develop well. I mean, I like that. I'm second-guessing myself because he doesn't look good at first. I'm not sure where else I go, though. I'm not sure where else I go at this stage. If I don't go for him, I think I've got to go defenseman. And I think they're going to be there at 35, 36. I think I go Ingvarsson. I go center. I go wing. And then I pray we do not see Herink or Lishnak. Or if we do, we don't see Shaker, Malmstrom, Bender. Who else do we like down there? Almqvist on the left wing, maybe. So Ingvarsson, Herink went. The next pick. Herink was the guy to take. Well, that sucks. I should have waited on Victor. Again, a guy that needs time to develop, but already knows his roles and is just hockey player. I really liked him. Edmonton. Scumbags. Absolute scumbags. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, already lost out on one of the defensemen I liked. I think it's time to go with Konstantin. If this is right, then he turns out to be a good two-way defenseman. Then, yeah, these are definitely developmental guys. Completely coachable. Long way to go, but he should develop. You know. Good bottom six defenseman, a bottom pair defenseman, I should say. Yeah, I just lost out on Herink, though. Let's get Leshy there. Now what do? Like, I had like 12 left wingers on the board. I haven't selected any of them. And I got two names left. I got Miroslav Balint, who's still fairly far down. I don't think I like him as much as I like Almqvist. I think it's close. But 17, maybe a little better right now. They're very, very similar. Do I go left wing before I lose my chance? My top player on the board is actually Vesterberg, but we've already gone centre. Another guy that won't get injured very much. Another guy that they don't rate highly, but we do. And again, great temperament, won't be giving up penalties. So, really fits into that same version of the team we're trying to put together. Yeah. I really like him as a prospect. He's only 17. I think I've got to. Let's go Vesterberg. Let's just do it. Vesterberg and who do we go for? Oh, Lisicinac. Okay. That'll do me. Ooh, I thought I'd get my two defensemen there. Oh, I should have held off Ingvarsson. We should have gone with Herring, it seems. And then these two picks could have been Lisicinac and Ingvarsson. And Vesterberg might have been there later on. Next pick's going to be Connor Lockhart. That's fine. I don't need another center, and Lockhart's down on my board anyway. Who's left? I haven't taken a defenseman yet, apart from Lishy. I haven't taken a defenseman apart from Lishy. We've taken two centers and a right wing. I don't really see the value in going back there. I think I've got to go left wing. I've got to go left wing or defense. Left wing and defense, I think, are my two picks. I don't like Sova. He might be value here. I don't like Sova, though. He hasn't been scouted. Andreasson, we don't like. Carlson's still available. He's unscouted. I'm a bit worried about that one. I'm going Almqvist. We don't see enough Danes in the league. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Isaac Rosen comes in as well. That's fine. We just got our guy. We don't really care. I don't think Rosen was even on. And then I think we go Bender, because I liked him from what I remember. Yeah, very much similar. Great ratings here. Solid here. Can play really well a long way. Might get injured, they say. But his head's a little bit weak, maybe. But I don't see how he could really be an injury liability. So, another very young guy that's going to take a long time to develop, but has the upside to be, on the top two lines for sure. Maybe even a first-line defenseman if he develops right. It's my final pick in the draft. I'm going to take a little bit of time over this, checking my board. If not him, I can go a year younger and maybe a bit more potential, but I don't like him as much in the mentals. They're both apparently injury prone. I don't think so. So if I don't go with one of those two, who else do I go for? There's a couple of centers. I'm not going center. We've got two wingers and two centers. So it would definitely be a defenseman, or I roll the dice on Christian Karlsson. And I don't think I can risk Christian Karlsson. So it's definitely defenseman. Left or right defenseman. Who we got? We got Bender, we got Churusky, we got Koskinen. And I got Svozil as an offensive defenseman. One of the few offensive defensemen. I'm not sure about him. And then Koskinen. Oh, Koskinen. I remember I liked you. Again, not great here, but yeah, no, I like Koskinen. I did like Koskinen too. Intangibles, team leader, bigger the game, better he performs. Yeah, no, I really liked Koskinen. I almost forgot. Bender wouldn't have been bad. Yeah. Trusowski wouldn't be bad. But I can't believe I almost forgot about Petteri Koskinen. That's my pick. That's got to be my pick. We double up 2 left defensemen, a left wing, right wing, 2 centers. We're done in the draft. Like, he's not well scouted. The ratings could be wrong. But what you see, you fall in love with, I think. Petteri Koskinen, that will do. And yeah, we're done. Pick 40 was our last pick. We give up our pool to move into good position. And I think we've done really, really, really well. So who else was there around that pick? Who went up after him? Vlasic, Montreal, McEachran. I don't like any of these players. I didn't like any of these players. None of these names are standing up. Marcus Eriksson, there's 1. Horvath, 2. Yeah, we're into the 3rd round now. There's still players like Gil Martin I liked. Boucher, Bender doesn't go till 70. I really liked him. Almost took him at 40. Yeah, I think 3rd and 4th round. Like Svozil, I really like. I've got to be honest. I really liked him. Grube isn't bad. Sforza was supposedly a 4-star player, but we never really sort of liked him that much. He had some of the stuff we do like. He could have made the team. Just, I mean, that's what I didn't like. Made out of glass and low pressure and potentially become a regular player, even though he's rated at 4 stars. I just don't think I was willing to take that risk on him. But 4th round, Sira, he was my 3rd or 4th rated right winger. He goes at pick 100. So top 100, you're still getting 2nd line players, in my opinion, for the future. Deep draft. I had to take advantage of it. Yeah, there's a couple of players down here I kind of liked as well. I know I think we're getting end of the 4th, start the 5th. I think you're looking at now 3rd to 4th line players again. But if you got in early in the draft, which we did, you'd be okay. But what a draft. What a draft. I think like 7 or 8 players who could have easily been number 1 in other years. Easily. We walked away with a goalie I would have loved to have taken, still on the board. 2 left defensemen, any of 3 right defensemen, another left wing, another right wing, and another center. Yeah. So 1 of 3, 3 of 5, 4 of 6, 7 of 10 players I would have taken. So if I had another 7 picks, I would have been really happy. If I had 7 third-round picks, I would have been as happy with any of those. They were still on the board when we walked away. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Depth charts now look filled out a bit better. We're going to add some more forward depth in free agency. I don't know if I'm going to... Yeah, I'm not going to bring Oscarov up to put into AHL. So I think I might sign a goalie to put in the AHL as well. A 1.5 to 2-star goalie. Just an older guy to sit there. I don't think I need any defensive depth. We've got the 4th line and the extra man on the left-hand side. So we're balanced across all the wings. We've got great prospects in there. Porno's my 2nd line or 3rd line 2-way forward. I got the offensive superstar to replace Goudreau. We've got our long-term goalie. We've got a backup goalie that might not make it, and another backup goalie here who probably will. Oh, I'm absolutely loving how this team's being built. Rasmus needs to sign his deal. And yeah, look at that. Oh, heavy on the left-sided defenseman. Any of you right-handed? Any of you offensive? Who's offensive? I think Leighton Moore was offensive, so he can become a right defenseman. Have I got one more? One of these guys. I think Struble is. Yeah, Struble can move across as well because he's offensive. Having a left-hand side offensive defenseman on the right-hand side, I don't mind. Okay, sweet. Let's go to the next day and see if we can get free agency done in our favor. So, AHL goalie. Yes, Rasmus signed his deal. Oh, he signs his deal. I'm not going to upset Broberg if I don't have to. Give him 28. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Happy with that. Okay, let's go. Yeah, the upcoming free agents. So the one I badly need to sign is going to be Pool Party. He can play left or right. There we go. 3. Can I go 5? Okay, we'll get him a little bit cheaper. Yeah, we're just going to meet his demand. At that point. 3x1. Like, that's... We upset him along the way, but we're just going to offer him that. He becomes our third line right wing. Very, very happy with that. Clevin, he gets his rookie deal. He'll play AHL. Kotiuk will get his entry deal. Again, he will play AHL. Denisenko will join him down there. We'll have a couple of Ruskies down at the second level. Clark as well. Give you your deal. And then Matt Beniers, we've got to think about what we do. No, this is perfect. Oh my God, this is perfect. This is perfect. Matt Beniers, he's staying in the NHL. He's staying in the NHL. He's good enough. He is good enough. Cole Caulfield's going down to the AHL to get game time. Yes. Yes. That works for me. So we got Pool Party for the third line. Beniers as one of the 2 depth forwards. That means we can send Caulfield down without getting another old guy for no reason. Clark, Denisenko go down with Caulfield to the AHL. Okotiuk and Clevin go down to the AHL. And just need an AHL goalie. And the 4 forwards. AHL goalie, the 4 forwards. Let me get that done. Free agencies when? The 30th? But we can't sign anyone yet, can we? Because they're not free agents. Do I take a risk on any of these? We're not just showing goalies. Okay. Do I take it? Do I go after an OV? Do I go after an OV? Yokohasha wouldn't be bad, but I don't think we need the help. Jake Bean would be nice, but again, I don't think we need the help. Oh, but Jake Bean would be really nice. Jake Bean would be really nice. If I got Jake Bean and someone like a Skinner, I send Broberg down to the AHL with Skinner and the other guys. Bean becomes 7th defenseman. I'm just asking for trouble if I do that, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the last day. Let's see Pool Party sign his deal. Let's see these other guys sign their deals. And let's get into position to hit free agency. And the good thing is we're not really going after top guys. We're going after 4th liners. So, there's that much. Clark, Okaduk, Pool Party, Denisenko, Clevin, and Beignets. Okay. Scout reports. So, Clark comes up. He's going to go down. Oh, he can't go down. He's going to play back in the OHL. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I wanted to sign him anyway. Denisenko goes down to the HL. And there we go. That's that issue. Caulfield actually goes back to the OHL for another year. That's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fairly happy. I'm fairly happy with that team now. There we go. Pool Party comes up. Clevin. Send you down to the HL. Pool Party gets 8. Let's give you 88. Didn't really care about his number. That's fine. Mukjuk is going down to the AHL. Beignets is staying up in the main team. Does he not need a number? Okay. Apparently, we don't get that for Beignets, but maybe he'll get his today. Or maybe not. Maybe he just had a number already assigned somehow. So not manager of the year. We did reach the playoff with a winning season. We didn't get 600. And we didn't get anywhere done there. But no negatives, so 2 positives. 22 for the season. 9 for the first season we totally simulated. And I think we get our GM ratings up. So negotiating, discipline, and management at 11s. If we're doing a good job, we shouldn't get sacked. So self-preservation at a 0. Okay. So is this the last day of re-sign? And then we get... Yeah? Is tomorrow the first day of free agency? I don't know. I'll see you when we get there. But we'll be able to sign our players. Either way. Okay, we're back. I always forget how long that takes to start the new season. Okay, board conference update. Jeff Molson, here we go. Your objective was to rebuild the team. You've not only achieved this objective, but also reached the conference finals of the Stanley Cup playoffs this season. Was a great success. From a long-term perspective, Jeff Molson is very happy with your work as general manager of the Canadiens. Looks forward to a successful future. Me too, Jeff. Me too. Jeff Molson specified the following objective for the new season. Rebuild. Really? You think we're rebuilding, Jeff? You think we're rebuilding? We lost to the Stanley Cup champions in 6. And we played really badly for 4 of those games. We didn't play anywhere up to our standard. Not only that, but we're a better team. We're much better defensively. Rebuild? Come on. You can't be serious. Budget achieved this 99 million basically, and we're playing just over 72. Trade deadline, salary cap, salary floor, active roster payroll is 68.7. So we're above the salary floor. We're decently above the salary floor. And we're well under the salary cap. But yeah, come on, Jeff. Come on. Have some ambition. Have some ambition. Shane Wright. Okay, looks like we might be seeing Shane go number 1 or number 2, Matthew Savoy. Oh boy, it's Matty Savoy. Marco Heikkinen. I like him a lot. Miroshnicko, Lambert, Slavkovsky, Lekov. Oh, there's so many names here I still remember from other games. And hey, I don't know if they've changed at all. But there's some good players. Is this a deep draft? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's going to take some time to figure that out. But okay, we got our 3 right wings. We got our 3 left wings. And we got 3 centers. Could Beignet play 4th line minutes? Probably not. He's not offensive enough. But he might do. They might just slot him in there. But Riley Nash is who I want. Riley Nash is who I want for that 4th line center. I think he's a better fit. Back end is built. Okay, let's head to free agency. See who made it. Alexander Ovechkin made it. Oh my. Just. Okay, 35 years of age, just wins the Stanley Cup. Doesn't get an extra year. Doesn't get an extra year. Or, he's still a top player. Last 4 seasons, 49, 51, 57. Last season, 50 goals. Assists, like, the last 2 years in Sim have been very good. They've been much better than his real-life numbers. He is still amazing. 35 years of age. Let's go talk to him. 1 year, 10 million. I mean, we could do that. We could actually do that. Johnny Gaudreau line 1, Olsen line 2, Domi line 3, and then depth. So we really don't need him. Right wing, Nick Suzuki, Clayton Keller, Pool Party, and then Foligno. I just don't think I can do that. Swayman. Let's take off the depth. Okay, well, why didn't you set it? And why can't I type in numbers? Oops. I should have checked and made sure he wasn't an RFA, but a 4-star potential goalie, if he's a 4-star goalie, who knows? He might not be. But for the AHL, I mean, that is good. We don't want to sign RFAs. We do not want to sign RFAs. And that takes a lot of names off the board. It does take a lot of names off the board. Anybody still that I really like in here? I don't think so. I've scouted a lot of people. There are goalies, but there's no point. There's no point picking up most of these goalies. Freddie Anderson, Philip Gruber, Jason Binnington. If you want a starter, they're there. If you want a superstar like Ovi, they're there. But no. Okay. Let's put minimum age up. Like 26 will be good enough. Minimum ability, 1.5 stars. Maximum potential. I think I searched for 2.5s. So this is where our players should be unless they just re-signed. There's Lawton. So Lawton's getting 1.8 for 3. Very happy with that. I'm not seeing my other players here. I'm not seeing the other players here. Don't tell me that they all re-signed. Don't tell me Riley Nash re-signed. Okay, Foligno's there. 1.6 for 3. I can do that deal. So I got my 2 fourth-line wingers I wanted. My depth guy... Where's he gone? He was just there. Corrali. My depth guy is Sean Corrali. He can play all 3 spots. And that should be another decent deal. Where's Riley Nash? Like, seriously, where's Riley Nash? Did he resign or did he retire? No, he's a free agent. No, he's retired. He is retired. Oh, Riley, 32 years of age. Beniers plays 4th line. Beniers is playing 4th line. Okay. I don't know how to clear this. Can I clear it that way? I don't know. But there goes my center. There goes my center that I wanted. Minimum ability, 1.5 stars. Minimum age. No minimum age. No minimum age. That does not matter to me, actually. Nick Bonino. Palindome. Ang Bunaman. I mean... Not the world's best group here. There are RFAs as well. Oh. Okay. They're not all. Parr isn't. Yeah, and Bonino isn't. I think Bonino would be the best, but like that. Ugh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, let's go. Let's go look at them first. Let's actually look at them. So Connor's going to be a bit better than I want him to be, but he's definitely good enough. He's young enough. I don't really want a 3rd line player, and I think that's kind of what he looks like. Jonathan Ang. I don't think so. Parr Lindholm. Nick Bonino. See, he fits. He fits. Injury prone. Does he have what it takes to play fourth line? That's my question mark. Panama might only be there for 1 year. And then he's got trade value after that. But he's an RFA. Do we have to give anything up for him? No compensation needed. Okay. I mean, it's not Riley Nash, but he would do. And if he doesn't join, if he doesn't end up joining, that's fine. We'll just call back up somebody that we've got in the AHL. That'll be fine. Oh, but that was annoying. That was annoying. Do I put Primo down again and call up like a backup like Bennington? Do I do something like that? Do I put you in the AHL? I mean, for that kind of deal without any compensation, I can definitely give you a shot at the AHL. I don't mind that at all. Terry, Thomas. I like some of these players, but I don't think we got a spot for them. But okay. Hopefully we'll get these players in and we'll be able to see where they all fit. So we got Lawton, Crowley, Foligno, and not Riley Nash. We got Bonino. Couple of goalies. Yeah. So Ovi goes to Vancouver. Okay. Foligno probably sign. Lawton's willing to sign, probably. Swayman, yes. Corrali, yes. Bunaman, yes. And Hrenak, yes. Good. No, thank you. I don't want to manage internationally. I appreciate the offers. They're flying in. But we're not interested in that, I'm afraid. We got a job to do here in Montreal. We've got a Stanley Cup to win. Denisenko, a few months. Yeah, it's going to take him some time. The other guy's okay. Don't mind that. Let's see what else we come up with. Just want to get this fourth line in place. Lawton, Foligno, and now probably Beignet. Honestly, that's probably what's going to happen. There is Marcus Foligno. I think I keep calling him Nick Foligno. Then you got Scott Lawton. We got Sean Corrali. So, at worst, we got a workable fourth line there. And a depth player. Hrenak definitely is going down to the AHL. We're going to figure out if he's worth signing long-term or not. Lawton wants 21. How about 22? Bit upset. Yeah, well. You're probably only here for one year. You'll get over it. Or Corrali will take your spot and you'll be really upset. One or the other. Another team's made you a better offer, have they? Okay. I'll give you 9. I don't think that's over the top, and I don't think it's not like you're not worth it. And if I do that, there's a good chance that I can at least trade him and get something back in return. I can put him in a trade with some of these forwards. We're signing the depth forwards at the draft and maybe get like a 3rd round pick back if it's a deep draft. If not, maybe we go after a prospect, maybe upgrade a prospect. Maybe we drop off Killer Primo as well in a deal somewhere and just stack a couple more picks for either this season or next season. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. Swayman signs his deal. AHL. So what have we got open? Have we got any other offers out there? Did we sign everybody? So we got Foligno, we got Corrali. We got Lawton. Yeah, we're missing one, aren't we? We are missing one. Banano, is it? As a possible center. Yeah, I think that's what we're missing here. And I didn't sign him and send him down by accident? No. So that's still the offer sheet, right? That's still the offer sheet. Okay. Did he re-sign elsewhere? Conor Benhaman. He did. Okay, and I didn't get notified of that. I find that weird that we don't get notified of that. But okay, so I think all our deals are done then. Primo needs a new deal. Hampus Lindholm's going to need a new deal. Noah Dobson. Johnny Gaudreau, Olofsson, Hurtle. I don't think these deals are going to kill us. Now, Olofsson's going to want 4 to 5 million. Lindholm's going to want 4 to 5 million, I think. Everybody else is going to have small upgrades and be okay. Actually, Suzuki's probably going to want 3 or 4 at least. That's going to eat into the cap. Yeah, okay. But it's a good team. It's a really good team. And if we look at our depth players as well in the AHL now, we got 2 goalies, a starter and a backup. We got 3 defensemen who look really solid. Let's see if we can make Struble play that right defense. Let's see if I saw it that way, and then I saw it this way. Yeah, put some back. Okay, so 2 left and a right defenseman, a left wing and 2 right wings. Yeah, none of them are really ready to call up. So we still need a depth forward. We still probably need a depth forward. Quality on the team's really good. Potential on the team is outstanding. I need to go figure out who we're calling into action. But yeah, we'll go figure something. And there's the deal that we were waiting for. Finally. Blake Coleman comes in. He will play a little bit. I think him or Lawton's really good on that left-hand side. Corrali can take face-off, so I've moved him as a centre. But the positional versatility, and Lawton can play anywhere. Corrali can play anywhere. Coleman can play anywhere. Foligno can play either wing. You know, Kotkaniemi is going to be maybe moving out wide long term, giving up that third line centre spot to Matt Beignet. They might be on the same line together for the longest time, as might be like a pool party on that third line. That could be a very, very nice line. Let's be honest about that. But we've got our veterans in. We've got our, I say veterans, 2 29-year-olds. We've got 3 28-year-olds, and we've got 4 27-year-olds. Veterans. But we got good deals. We got our players set up. John Gibson, great goalie. Elias Lindholm turning into a great centre for us. Dougie Hamilton, Johnny Gaudreau stepping up. So we got our goalie, defenseman, winger, and centre. Really like the fact that all those are 4-star or above. Apart from Johnny Gaudreau, they're locked down the next few years. Then we've got an entire team. We've got 2 wingers, a centre, and 2 defensemen. Hurtle, Darlene, Suzuki, Lindholm, and Keller. Really like that. Couple more third-line players then turn out to be Olofsson and Domi, with Kotkaniemi, Dobson, Mete, Pool Party, and Chychryn. 2 star players, backup goalie, and then the 4th line of Corrali, Lawton, Coleman, Foligno, and Beignet, wherever that comes together. However that works, I'm happy with it. But that works quite well. And then backup defenseman in Broberg. Long term, Gibson and Darlene 5-star. Dobson, Lindholm, Suzuki 4.5. 4-star already achieved for Goudreau and Hamilton. Primo and Keller can get there. 3.5s, Kotkaniemi, Beniers, Lindholm, Hurtle, Broberg, Chychryn, Olofsson, and Victor Mete. Very, very happy with that indeed. And as I say, the unsigned draftees, not as many as they used to be, but starting goalie, backup goalie, some good defensive prospects, a mix between offense and defense as well, and then a decent sort of middle six sort of line of Almqvist, Vesterberg, and Ingvarsson for the future, and Porno, who will be, I still think, a very good, I don't think he's 5-star, but I think he's a very good two-way hockey player. So we'll see how they all develop. We'll see where we get going. We got some players to re-sign. I'm off to do that. But I'll see you in the next one, where hopefully these guys will be re-signed. We'll have started the season, and we'll be ready to go and see kind of what impact we can make on the league this year. Year 1 was okay. We simulated it. We didn't have any hand in it. It was okay. A year under Gerard Gallant got us to the conference finals, but we couldn't overcome the Caps, who end up winning. This year, we're told to rebuild. I think we've rebuilt. I think we're a very good hockey team with a good pipeline, good depth, succession in line, ready to go over the next 10 years throughout the entire system. I think we're really well built. Is Stanley Cup 25 on the way? Tune in and find out. It might be this year. But until then, thank you very much for the support. As always, really do appreciate it. Hitting that like button, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff helps. If you hit that notification bell, you will get notified when I go live with any videos or content. So please feel free to do that. I really appreciate it. But until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Come back soon. The rebuild is on. Can we get the job done? Take care.